The great mysteries that have occupied humanity since the dawn of human existence include the questions: where do we come from? Where do we go when we die? How has this vast universal creation manifested? And what is its purpose and significance? Do we have a soul? And what, if anything, survives the death of our current life awareness? There are many ideas that have come up throughout humanity's existence. It is worthwhile to reflect on our own relationship to these questions as we become more aware of the issues in our own lives and the aspiration that turns us toward them as we grow and mature in our understanding. In the Taittiriya Upanishad, Brahmananda Vali, Chapter 6, translated by Sri Aurobindo, quote, "The Spirit desired of old, I would be manifold for the birth of peoples. Therefore, he concentrated all himself in thought, and by the force of his brooding, he created all this universe, yea, all whatsoever existeth. Now, when he had brought it forth, he entered into that he had created. He entering in became the is here, and the may be there. He became that which is defined, and that which hath no feature. He became this housed thing, and that houseless. He became knowledge, and he became ignorance. He became truth, and he became falsehood. Yea, he became all truth, even whatsoever here existeth. Therefore they say of him that he is truth." End quote. And continuing in chapter 7, quote, "In the beginning all this universe was non-existent and unmanifest, from which this manifest existence was born. Itself created itself. None other created it." End quote. And in chapter 8, quote, "The Spirit who is here in a man, and the Spirit who is there in the Son, it is one Spirit, and there is no other." End quote. Reference the Upanishads, Sri Aurobindo, Taittiriya Upanishad, Brahmananda Vali, pages 270 to 273. The divine created the entire manifested universe and is the container, the contained, and the existent in all creation. The soul is the spark of the divine, which knows this truth of oneness with the divine and maintains the conscious connection to the divine, even when the external being forgets. We cannot dissect the body to find the soul. We cannot find the soul in the vital being or in the mind of man. Yet without the soul, without the divine who has entered into and created and maintained all life and all forms, there would not be a human individual to take up this search for the soul. A disciple asks, "Sweet Mother, what is the role of the soul?" The mother responds, quote, "But without the soul we wouldn't exist. The soul is that which comes from the divine without ever leaving him, and returns to the divine without ceasing to be manifest. The soul is the divine made individual, without ceasing to be divine. In the soul, the individual and the divine are eternally one. Therefore, to find one's soul is to find God. To identify with one's soul is to unite with the divine. Thus it may be said that the role of the soul is to make a true being of man." End quote. Reference, Sri Aurobindo and the Mother, The Psychic Being, Soul, Its Nature, Mission, and Evolution, Section 2, Role, Function, and Action of the Psychic, pages 49 to 50.